What's up? My name is Ken Dumbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J Cool.
So I just came, so what I'm using network, it's a little bit buffering, so don't even lose hope when you see that maybe it has stopped, you have stopped hearing or what, just be on the page. Don't even want it to reconnect. This is how it is. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everyone in our country. I want to say thank you, the churches. The churches, I say thank you. Our leaders, I say thank you. But before today, it's a sad day, as I've said, to say we have lost two voices. But the first voice, which we have lost completely, I know the other one, there are two voices which we have lost. The other one, it's coming. It's coming. I know it may take long, but definitely to come out. And it has germinated into me, the brother. But the other voice, which we have lost, I want to give tribute to my mother, who stood for me when I was down, when I was inside the grave. When I was inside the grave, but she stood from she stood for me. Yeah, so I want to give tribute first to our mother. So give me time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my heart is heavy with grief as I speak these words in honor of a woman whose strength, love, and courage sharpened not only the political landscape in our nation, but also touched my life in the most personal and profound ways. Mama Edith Nawakwi was more than a politician. She was a patriot whose love for Zambia burned brighter than any ambition. She stood tall in a room filled with power and never trembled. Never trembled. She challenged the status quo, not for applause, but for the betterment of her people. She was intelligent, courageous, in the pursuit of justice, a fearless voice in times when silence was safer and more convenient. But allow all these titles. To me, she was my mother. She was my mom. She was a mother in very sense of the word, not just to her biological children, but even to me, she was a mother. I still remember when I was abducted by some UPND officials by the name of Trevor Mwinde, Grayson Amasaka, and Levi Ngoma from this brutal UPND government. A moment when fear strengthened to break my spirit. Despite her illness, she rose from her sick bed and spoke out. When some of the voices were just quiet. But she thought of, no, even if I'm sick, let me wake up. We can't lose a young soul in me. Her voice thundered against the injustice, cutting through the silence that surrounded my aura. She stood up for me like only a mother could, like a father could. That's what Edith Nawakwi did. I came to know everything, whatever was going on, through social media. And she was denied access to come and visit me in my hospital bed. But God is there. Her spirit is still with us. That's why today it has been germinated. That is love. That is motherhood. What more can a son say? How do you say goodbye to a woman who becomes your shield in the face of danger and injustice? A woman whose strength was both gentle and fierce. A woman whose love crossed the boundaries of blood and became something scarce. Because she stood up for me alongside others who dared to speak truth to power. The government charged her with sadism. You see how brutal it is? Just to speak of my abduction, whereby even the abductors are still moving freely today. But her, she was charged to talk against the injustice. She was charged. She was appearing to court. And even the court couldn't believe that she's sick. They thought she was pretending. Or maybe she was scared of the court. But she was a lioness. She wasn't scared of anything. That's why she stood. She spoke. And they got scared. And that's why today I'm there. Today I'm speaking because of her. The government charged her with seditious. I am saddened to say that had she lived, they could have convicted her on the same charge. But the person she talked about, warning to say, can you release our son? They're still moving freely, even moving together with the person who took oath in the National Heroes Stadium to say, I'll protect the Constitution. But what Constitution is she protecting? What is Constitution is he protecting? Killing people, chasing people, arresting people, depriving people. Even right now, as I'm speaking, the numbers would have been a lot. But because there's no even electricity, even people to charge their phone to follow what is going on. Mama Nawakwi, your spirit will still be there. The spirit will dominate them. Will dominate them. Because whatever they did, the only offense you made was to say, can you release our son? Who is our son? Some I can know, they can say, no, you are not. Remember, I'm from Mbala. I am Simpo Kolwe. My mother, she's Nampo Kolwe. And Edith Nawakwi, she's from Mbala. There. She's our mother. That's the only offense which she did, was to speak against the injustice. where they wanted even to take the court case in her house to say no, she's lying. But today, are they going to take the court case in the mortuary? Are they going to sit to take the court case at the graveyard? And the people who are supposed to be charged are even moving, even carrying the file for the president. Who said that I'll protect the constitution? Which constitution? Which constitution? That's how fair this government is willing to go to silence voices of the truth and compassion. Today, my brother, Honorable Munias Zuru, has been convicted on the other political motivated charges, and yet his case where he bravely on other political motivated charges, where Honorable Zuru spoke to say the money is being looted, exposing corruption. But because we don't have someone to protect our constitution, where the complainant is turned to be the offender, and the offenders, they've got immunity to commit any crime. To commit any crime, anything they want, they can just commit, it's fine for them. But when you complain against them, indeed, our founding father, KK, what he said, to say this country will be divided, and this is where we are going. Imagine if Honorable Zuru wasn't from where he comes from. They were going to say no. He wasn't going to be where he is today. Or if he was... Yes. And another charge, which Honorable Zuru was charged. And this case is yet, where he bravely spoke out against my abduction, still lingers in court. I fear he too will be convicted for standing by me, while the real perpetrator of my abduction walking freely in the street because they've got immunity. And I remain here as a political prisoner. It's a bitter irony that the protectors are being punished and the violators room with immunity. Her passing is not just a personal loss, it is a national tragedy. She has left us at a time when her voice is needed more than ever, because this is the time when we need the voices, like the strong voice, like our mother. But this is the time when she has left us. I know without a shadow of a doubt that if she were here today, she would have spoken out on Munia's conviction, loud and clear, unapologetically. She never cowered. She never bowed to injustice. She carried the weight of this nation's struggle on her shoulder, and still managed to smile. Still managed to laugh, still managed to mother us all. Mom, your absence leaves a void that can never be filled but your legacy lives on. In every young woman who dares to speak out, in every Zambian who chooses country cover comfort, in every act of courage born from your example, Mom. Lest in internal peace. My mother, you fought your battles. You really fought your battles. And I know your spirit is still with us. I know your spirit is still with us. We'll still continue where you left it. When you left it, we'll pick it up until we liberate our country. Until we liberate our country. From 1964, Mom, before I conclude, we have never read in anywhere where the injustice has been like what we are going through today. But it's a sad thing. You fought your battles, Mom. You loved it deeply. You saved faithfully. Mom, Zambia has lost a lioness in you. But we can assure to you to say, yes, they have taken you, but it will still germinate. Mom, heaven has gained a queen. Heaven has gained a queen who spoke. Even Honorable Mnia, where he is today, should have been there to speak against the injustice. But my brother, I know you are going to be there. I still remember we used to be like this whenever. Mom, rest in peace. And please greet our brother Tutwa Mulube. And please let him know what is happening. But whatever he left, we'll pick it up. Mom, thank you. May God receive you well. So, thank you, people. That was the tribute. Yeah, that was the tribute for my mother. But now, let me talk now about my issue. My issue. I know I know a lot of people
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.